Control the game at both ends of the pitch with these custom tactics for the 4-2-2-2. One of those perfect balanced formations that's great from the first minute to the last. My name is Brabsy, let's get you set up. This works in any game mode, but as always, if it's for Ultimate Team, I just recommend hitting L3 and going into custom tactics and setting it to one of those slots so you can quickly change to it at any minute of the game. No messing about, we'll set you up with the tactics, go into the instructions, and then finally I'll give you a few demonstrations so you can use this formation effectively. Defensive style, first of all, we're leaving on balance. A width of 50 keeps us nice and neutral, and a depth of 60. The reason I'm recommending this and not the 71 depth auto press meta that everyone seems to be going to at the moment is for two reasons. Firstly, if you're choosing the 71 depth, you're kind of asking the game to automatically do the hard work for you, and EA will eventually patch that, and when they do, there's going to be a lot of people struggling at the game again. I'd rather you get to know how to play the actual game and enjoy playing it while you're doing it. Secondly, this is a really good balanced formation for breaking down opponents either through the middle or out wide. So it's great if you do come up against those with the 71 depth auto press, because once you've broken down that initial press, you'll have plenty of passing options all throughout different areas of the pitch to attack however you prefer to do. Moving on into the build-up play next, we're going to leave that on balance as well, a nice and neutral formation. Chance creation is best on direct passing. It's good to have the strikers making a little bit of movement in the final third because the AI is not too clever on the attacking side in this game, so direct passing does encourage them just to get in behind and get into space in between the defenders. A width of 65 gives you options both out wide and in the central areas of the pitch, and the beauty is because we're not using wingers in this formation, you'll still have the wide option, but they will also tuck inside and act as second strikers as well, which is really useful for outnumbering your opponents. Players in the box of 7, whilst I practically don't cross the ball at all, it's always useful to have this here as it encourages players to get in and around the penalty box, which is great for passing the ball around and finding an attacking opening. If you think about it, the more players you have around the penalty area, the more likely you are to score a goal. Do what you'd like with corners and free kicks. I always find 2 has been very suitable over the FIFAs, and this game is no different. Nice and straightforward, let's move on. As always, I'd quickly just like to thank you subscribers. It's you that keeps this channel going. Shows me a little symbol next to your name every time you comment, and I love responding to them all. I just want everyone to enjoy the game, that's why nothing's behind a paywall, so I do always appreciate it when you share it with a friend or give it a quick thumbs up. And if you are new here, then welcome, we'd love to have you on the team too. Keeping it going, your player instructions next then, my friends, want to be as follows. Your strikers on stay central, mixed attack, normal interceptions, and stay forward. These are going to be the central outlet for your attacks, so we want these to be staying forward and staying central, ready for a pass out of the defense. Your wide attacking midfielders want to be on 2 slightly different instructions, so both of them want to be on come back on defense, get into the box across, and normal interceptions. One of them you want to have on stick to position, whilst you need to have the other one on drift wide. Whichever one you have in stick to position, I would recommend having the fullback on balanced attack, normal interceptions, overlap, and stick to position. This means in the attacking phase, that particular fullback will go round the outside of the wide player and offer additional support in wide areas, so you've got an extra player out on the wing. Your other fullback you're going to have on stay back while attacking, normal interceptions, overlap, and stick to position. Because this fullback is mainly staying back and supporting the defence, that's why we've got this wide midfielder drifting a bit further out wide to still offer that wide support. On the side where we've got that attacking fullback, we want the CDM to be on cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking, normal interceptions, cover centre, and stick to position. Essentially, these are just going to be staying back and covering for any gaps that fullback might leave on the defensive transition. Because the other fullback is staying back, the other CDM has a bit more license to be creative. So these want to be on cut passing lanes, balanced attack, normal interceptions, cover centre, and deep line playmaker. Deep line playmaker means they will basically drift from each side of the pitch around the defensive area to offer for a pass in case you need to play your way out of trouble. So to confirm, we've got a wide attacking player that's sticking to their position, a fullback that's occasionally going to come up and help with the attack, and then a CDM that's holding the line there. On this side, the wide midfielder is going to drift a little bit further wide. That fullback's going to stay back, and that gives this guy license to roam around in the midfield area and be a more creative player. The 2 centre-backs are going to be on standard instructions, stay back while attacking, normal interceptions, and stick to position, and have your goalkeeper on whatever you'd prefer. This one's just down to personal preference. This formation's such a great balanced one for controlling every area area of the pitch, so let's jump into the demonstrations and I'll show you exactly how to use it to the best effect. Every balanced formation needs to be good defensively. Having two CDMs cutting passing angles means you can slow down opposition attacks and really crowd out the pitch. Meanwhile, having your wingers on comeback and defence means you can overload the wide areas to stop people trying to abuse all of those wing plays. Your CDMs also offer great support for playing out from the back. You can break through opponents' high press, play nice football without having to resort to switches and long balls. On the attacking side, your players will naturally support each other as you work the ball up the pitch. Try to focus more on quick X passes rather than through balls to pull your opponents out of position and form some nice passing triangles. Having two strikers and a creative midfielder means there's plenty of central passing options for those that prefer to play enjoyable football rather than just relying on the wings all the time. Meanwhile, the beauty of this formation means you don't need to switch to a defensive one. Having a modest depth and balanced defending means your players will maintain shape and crowd the penalty area, which is really difficult to break down. On the attack, they will quickly disperse and give you plenty of passing options to play out from the back. Having one fullback on balance means you still have that option for a switch ball if you want to overload the opposite side of the pitch. This means you can still mix things up and keep your opponent guessing. But the key to this formation is those quick X passes moving the ball up the pitch as your players advance. This gives you the opportunity to pull your opponents out of shape and score those really nice team goals. Because those wide players are classed as attacking midfielders, they will also make runs cutting inside the pitch when available. This is quite unique to this formation and creates some great counter-attacks. So this is a great all-rounder formation if you want to express yourself and keep the king from Ghana scoring goals. Plenty more custom tactics where this came from, so make sure to give the video a thumbs up and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. See ya!
I never miss that fact. Taking big swings, jam to the bat. Put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag. Cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light.